without further ado, man, lots of topics, man, we need to jump into. We usually start with the Lions. Of course, they were on a bye week this week. We'll do just a small amount of housekeeping before we get to this gambling scandal. Hutch did sign an extension today. It's a 4-year, $180 million one, so a little bit less than what Micah Parsons got. He got 4 years, 188. However, Hutch did get more guaranteed money. He got $141 million guaranteed. Micah Parsons got 136. Overall, I think I'm good with it. We all knew it was coming. I like Hutch in our system. Obviously, he's homegrown entirely. Went to high school here. His family's from here. Went to college at University of Michigan, and of course, we drafted him. Everybody knew he wasn't going anywhere, and he's a top tier talent. Obviously, he's a Defensive Player of the Year candidate, and he was last year before the devastating injury. But I'll take your thoughts on that. We'll toss around how we feel about the Minnesota game. We'll be real brief because, it's not a lot to discuss. I mean, we're going to put BTA where Minnesota is concerned.
Who's playing quarterback for them this week?
It's going to be JJ. Carson Wentz is undergoing season-ending shoulder surgery.
That he should have had 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, he is. So
good job there, guys.
Yeah, he shredded his shoulder up. I mean, not that it would have looked any different if it was Carson Wentz, J.J. McCarthy, J.J. Evans, whoever that comes in here. It's going to be belt to backside.
Lions by 3 scores.
It's going to be belt to backside come 1 o'clock on Sunday.
BTA.
Yeah. But after a bye week, Dan Campbell's record is obviously excellent. We're going to be ready to go. The guys are going to be fresh. And, it's going to be a bad afternoon for Minnesota. Not that, that they've obviously got talent, but, JJ is essentially a rookie quarterback. It's not going to be good. He's still figuring things out. I think that he's got potential to be good.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 7 minutes of good NFL quarterbacking on his belt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's got potential to be good, but
I love him. Hey, man, want us a chip.
I agree. I think JJ still, the book is not written on him. I think he's got potential to be good, but it's not going to start Sunday.
This ain't the week.
This is going to be hard lesson week. This is not going to be a feel good week where you put some good tape together.
Right.
This is going to be one of them ones where you learn and move on. But I'll take your thoughts, man. I'll take your thoughts on the Hutch signing, the Vikings game coming up. I think we probably have pretty much a consensus on that we're going to handle our business and do what we got to do to put the Vikings away. But what say the people's champ?
Well, I think with the Hutch thing, it was more so a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Really, the hang-up for me was how well he bounces back from the injury.
Yeah.
That was pretty much the question. The number is pretty much going to be set to market.
Yeah, right. The market's already told us what these guys get paid.
So, I'm glad they were able to get it taken care of early.
Yep.
Didn't, linger on throughout the season into the off season. Get it taken care of now. Hopefully they can find a number for Anzalone, get that taken care of, and move on. As for the game Sunday, I think we handle our business. Don't look past them.
Yeah, no doubt. Yep, can't look overlook.
It's still the NFL.
Yep.
And 2-3 plays here or there. Next thing you know, you're in a dog fight.
Yeah, no doubt. Grown men with pride, man.
Yeah.
It's always dangerous.
So, but and as you mentioned earlier, after the bye, Dan Campbell, his record is quite impressive. So, I think two score win.
Yep, I think so. Yep, a multiple score win I think is in the cards. I think Minnesota will be game because I think they playing for their season at this point. So they will be desperate. Truth be told,
if I maybe add something, I think there's a high probability that Brian Branch plays with his hair on fire.
I agree. I think he's gonna play well. I expect the DBs to continue the momentum that they had from the Monday night game. I don't expect that to
the Legion of Whom.
Yeah, exactly. I don't expect that to draw back. I expect those guys to continue to come out and play well. So it won't surprise me to see them keep that momentum. But the only other question that I'll ask you before we move on from Lions talk is the trade deadline is coming up. And I notice what the Lions do near every trade deadline is re-sign one of our guys. I always say that's our trade deadline, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's almost their way of signaling to us, don't expect much. But there has been one name bandied about, Jalen Phillips, the edge rusher from the Miami Dolphins. And apparently that that's been the big trade rumor. And of course I think he's got 1 year left on his deal. So it's kind of, he'd be a rental. So, he's not one of those guys that's going to bleed into our off season. Cause obviously we got Gibbs, we got Laporta, we got some other guys that we want to sign.
He's this year's Zadarius Smith.
Correct. Yeah. And so, what are the chances of that happening in your estimation? If you had to spitball it, again, they always kind of give us one of our guys around the trade deadline.
Yeah, I would have to take a look at the injury report and see who's coming back within the next few weeks.
Right.
Because I have it up right now.
Okay, go ahead now.
So they didn't practice today, but based off of what they would have estimated, Terry Arnold would have been a full participant. Kirby, Craig Williams were the only two people who probably wouldn't have practiced. And then Decker and Malcolm Rodriguez, they were light participants.
Okay.
And then Avante Maddox also would have been a light participant.
Oh, okay. So, they even talking about Maddox. Okay.
And Rodrigo,
yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, so it's no better than 50-50 in my estimation that we would pull something like that off. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I like Jalen Phillips. I like him a lot. I think he would be a great addition to what we doing up front. I mean, obviously, give you another edge rusher. He's a really.
What do you think we give up, a 3 or a 4?
That's a good question. That's the other good question. Yeah, maybe something like that. Because I think that Miami is a seller at this point. I don't think that, I think they just want to get him off the books.
Yeah, I think that's trending towards fire sale fast.
Right, yeah. So I don't know what they would be looking for. Yeah, but maybe a 3 or a 4, something like that. And I think we have a surplus of 3s because I think we have some of those, and I forget, I'm having a brain fart on what you call them, some of those conditional, like how they have those extra 3rd round picks. So I think we have a little bit of a surplus of 3rd round picks. Don't quote me on that, but I think we have a couple of additional 3rd round picks somewhere. So we might, just have one in reserve that we can give up. Because we've actually done pretty well with 3rd round picks, and getting guys in that spot. So I don't want to minimize that, but I do like Jalen Phillips.
I mean, you add a Jalen Phillips, and now you add you continue to incorporate Aleem McNeil back, into the fold.
Pass rush could be real nasty.
I mean, that could get funky.
Yeah. I agree. I like it. I would love to see them pull the trigger on Jalen Phillips, get somebody like that, young, hungry, and on the last year of his deal, so he still wants to put real good tape together, and he knows he's coming to a situation where we would be playing for a championship, so he would be motivated. A change of scenery for him, I think it could be excellent, but Brad Holmes is very he's under aggressive in these situations. So, we'll have to wait and see. Go ahead now.
Next year we have our 1st, 2nd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 2 7s.
Oh, okay. Okay. Wow. So next year we don't have a 3. Okay. Got it. So I mean, maybe we give him a 4.
Yeah, we're not giving up no 2s.
Yeah, no, we're not giving him a 2.
We'll give him a 4.
Yeah, give him a 4.